raise your hand. We'll get you a wireless mic. Andy.
Alan, you've played a lot of linebacker, a lot of different positions here. How different is it playing the mic and being in that position versus the wheel and wherever you've been previously?
I'll just say the difference is really just taking control of the defense, like you the piece, like you the quarterback of the defense. So just being more vocal, getting your defensive lineman right, the DBs right, just getting everybody lined up.
Is that an adjustment for you, or is that something that you're comfortable doing?
I'm comfortable doing it. Like, I don't have no problem speaking up and taking control.
Damien.
How much did you learn from Dax about being that vocal leader over the past few years?
I seen it every year. Like he showed me, and then right before he left, he just told me like, "Hey, like it's your turn now. Like you got to take control of the defense now." So man, we and him talk every week.
We didn't see you at the start of spring. When you started getting some reps at Mike there toward the end of spring and then over summer, did things start coming a little bit more naturally to you once you got on the field and started working with the guys that you're playing with now?
Yes, sir. It didn't take me too long to adjust from Mike to Will. I was just learning both on the go, so I felt like I was prepared.
Where have you seen your biggest growth on the field, whether it be over the last year or last few years in terms of where you're at now?
Really like the game getting slower, like real slow for me. Seeing everything, and really the growth part, just taking control over the defense, being more vocal.
Coach says he calls you Alan instead of Tizzy because he sees you as a more mature guy in that room. Do you take that as a compliment, or would you rather go by your nickname?
No, I told him for Coach Pride, he can call me Alan. I don't mind. I don't know. For certain people, they can call me Alan, and it sounds okay. Like growing up, you 5 years old, and the person asks you what's your name. You like Alan. You like, ooh, like that's a big name. But no, like I don't have no problem with that. Like they call me everything, Tizzy. I got a couple nicknames, but I don't have a problem with that.
You've been in college for a long time. What are you studying now?
Consumer studies. I'll be graduating in the fall.
Is this going to be your first degree or your second?
Second degree.
Second degree. What's your first degree and same thing?
Sociology.
What has kept you around Blacksburg for so long?
For me, it's a great family environment. Y'all know I have a 2.5-year-old son, and my girlfriend is here as well. And like, it's a great environment to raise a family. I love it.
How has being a dad changed your perspective on football, but also just life?
Really like the maturing part. Like you have to mature faster, and like basically like your whole life change. It's not just you anymore. Like that little man is your priority.
You talked about the game slowing down for you. How do you feel like you've played through the first 2 weeks of the season, and have you noticed that it slowed down for you?
You can say like I'm playing faster, but like if you ask me how I'm playing, like I'm gonna just tell you I can get better at things. I'm not about to tell you like I'm doing great, I'm doing good, but I can get better at things.
From experience, 2.5 is a pretty brutal age for a kid. What's that like, having a 2.5-year-old? The terrible twos for a reason, I guess.
Oh man, they're gonna mock you, do whatever, follow you everywhere you go. We would vacuum earlier, and then you have to re-vacuum at night. You clean up earlier. You're going to have to clean up again at night. So, I don't know. I love it. He always do something new every day. He's huge. He wears a size 11 as a 2.5-year-old.
So future offensive lineman is what you're saying?
Sure, no. He's not playing offense. Which, it's not – if he want to play football, he can play football. If he don't want to play football, I'm not going to force him.
That's a difficult thing in life to have a kid. How do you balance that, going to school, playing football as well? I mean, those are full-time jobs on top of that.
Just stay on top of your priorities, and everything else will balance out. Time management for me, get everything done out the way, like your school assignments and things like that. So I'm not in a hurry to do that, Friday night before we leave. So making sure like my time management is good.
So I know we talked about it earlier about you being a dad and how rewarding it is, but who are some of your, as far as like being a dad, who do you try to pattern yourself after to be a role model to your son and be a father figure to him?
My father and stepfather. So Alan Sr., Alan Tisdale Sr., and Bobby Fisher, my stepfather. Coach Marv, me and him got a very close relationship. I know he has a newborn, so like normally, like before he had a newborn, I'd give him a call like at 9 or 10 o'clock, just talking about life, or it could be about ball. But yeah, that man, he's been there for me since day one. So I look at him and like how he is in life as a man, on and off the field. He's a great person.
Now, I know it's early for him being a 2.5-year-old. What's the Father's Day gift you've gotten from him already?
Father's Day gift?
Yeah.
I get a lot of gifts like year round. So I don't know, like Father's Day, I don't be expecting anything for Father's Day, but I'll be more towards, Mother's Day and, my son's birthday. I'm not really focused on myself. They're my priority.
David and then Damien.
What you mentioned your relationship with Coach Marv. What have you learned the most from him since he's been here, for the last 2 years?
Honestly, it's not about ball, spiritually, getting closer to God with the Word of God.
Damien.
How quickly did you have to switch gears when you became a father in terms of priorities and being in school and making sure not only did you commit to being on this football team, but also commit to being a dad?
When it changed at 12:34 p.m. on Thanksgiving 3 years ago when my son came out, like everything changed, like, and it hit me because he was born a whole month early. That's what people don't recognize, and like we didn't have anything for preemies, but we had it for newborn, and like so we just had to get on top of that, and after that, things changed.
I know a lot of people say being a father is the greatest experience in the world. How would you describe the first 2.5 years?
2.5 years, honestly, like I don't like being away from my boy. Like that's how I grew up. Just family all around me. And like we always together. We always call one another. Every day, group FaceTime, whatever. Like I don't like being away from my boy. So I love being around him.
Did you get a chance to spend some time with him during the delay on Saturday? Did they allow you to, while you?
No, because honestly, he had a little cold. He has a little cold, and then now my girlfriend has a cold, so I'm the only one. So.
What has your girlfriend been like through all of this? Between, being there when you're having
The soldier, my backbone, my ride or die, my partner. Like that's somebody like I'm planning on proposing like after college, But no, that's my ride or die. I love her to death.
Back to the room, Eric and then Ross.
You talked about a lot of things you can get better at personally. First road test of the season this weekend with Rutgers. What's it going to take to make an impression upon the rest of the defense and show that leadership?
Really, my main focus since we got today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sure, we got 4 days, so I'm not thinking ahead. I'm just trying to win the day. That's my mindset, and that's the old defense mindset, win the day. We're trying to treat it as quarters. So if we have a bad Tuesday, start off with a bad Tuesday, we're going to start off bad in the game, like we did. Like we wasn't our best. But when we're hot, we're hot. So just attack the day, win the day.
Coach Pry told us earlier today, he's really impressed with the way that Kelly Lawson has come along. He won ACC Linebacker of the Week this week.
Yeah.
You are the veteran in the middle of that defense. He's kind of the burgeoning young star in the middle. What can you say about Kelly Lawson?
What can I say about it? That's my brother. Like we talk, me, Kel, and Stro. I took them under my wing. Like I want them to look at me like I'm their big brother. They talk to me every day, all day. We joke around, go over their house. They talk to my son. Like we have a real like blood brother relationship.
What's allowed you guys to build that relationship?
Him coming over, because at first he played receiver and then he moved to Sam, and then he came to the linebacker room, the Mike and Will room, and I used to peep him like, man, he acting like me when I was that age, you know. So me just taking him under my wing and just guiding him while I'm here, and then I'ma guide him still when I leave, you know. Him and Stro, like I love them boys. I love them.
Back of the room, Anthony.
Alan, Coach Pride mentioned that Grant Wells is questionable this week, so, there's a chance that we see more of Kyron at quarterback. Just, playing against him in practice and seeing what he's capable of, what do you think makes him tough to defend as a quarterback back there?
His overall skill set, I'm not going to say too much, but his just overall skill set, he's a true athlete. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Anybody else, Davey?
From a run defense perspective, what did you see growth from week 1 to week 2 out of the unit? And what have you seen on film against Rutgers that you guys are going to need to do to really slow down that run game?
What I see from Rutgers is, the outside zone. They have good backs. They both run hard. So we're gonna have to stop that. The growth, I say, really like both weeks, like they hit us with the outside zone. So I'm gonna be anticipating that. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Was there ever a thought in your mind that, do you ever not consider coming back this year?
No.
What about this place? I know you talked about it a little bit.
I know it was like I didn't like how the seniors last year, like Chamari, Dax, my guys, and like I look at them like, man, them guys gonna be at my wedding. We're gonna be partying one day, and like I don't look at them like, hey, that's my team, man. I look at them like, man, that's my brother, that's my cousin, and so I just had to, and like the bond I built here already, with the younger guys, Kale, Stro, like I said, JK, I'm close. I got real close to JK, Jaden Keller, Will Johnson, like them guys, and so I just felt like it was right for me to guide them, if it's not on the field, off the field, or both,
Do they call you Tizzy or do they call you Alan?
They call me Tiz, or they call me Cuz, like cousin.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Alan. Thanks,